According to most people, they say that this man is currently the best Yasuo player in the world. But if you look at his OPGG, it doesn't seem like he's been able to keep up in the challenger rank at all. In fact, he has been challenger in a few seasons in the past, but he's unable to keep the challenger rank consistently. However, there has been another person who did always stand out above everybody else, always maintaining the challenger rank, and this man goes under the name of Kill. This man has been challenger consistently 2 seasons in a row, and he's also been doing that with 2 different accounts at once. One of his first accounts goes under the name of Kill, and this one ended up in challenger at 827 LP in season 9. His second account was also challenger, and it ended off the season with 1076 LP. In season 10, he ended off his account in 765 LP, and his second account was 878 LP in challenger. And all of this has been done while playing only Yasuo and just a tiny little bit of Yone. This guy is definitely one of the best Yasuo players in the world, and today we're going to find out exactly what kind of runes he plays with, as well as his entire build, and ultimately we're going to dive deep and see the way how he carries his games. The first thing you will notice about this guy is that he has completely different rune page from what you are being used to. This man is playing as the AD carry for the team right now. And he's got Conquer as the main keystone, has Triumph, Alacrity, Last Stand, and then he takes Conditioning with Overgrowth. Now this is something you will typically never see whenever you watch or see Yasuo players. I'm assuming he's taking Conditioning as well as Overgrowth because he's looking to get that great scaling towards the mid and the late game. Now, he also took a Dorn Shield in this matchup. This is extremely important when you are playing against ranged matchups specifically. Bard and this Jhin are going to be poking Yasuo for the entire laning phase, especially in the early few levels. And this is where Dorn Shield is going to come in and tank everything. Now, if you're in a melee matchup, you should be going for a Doran's Blade instead. He also takes Exhaust when he plays Yasuo AD carry. Of course, with Flash as well. Now, what does really pique my interest about this guy is that he plays Yasuo not just as a mid laner, but he's also playing Yasuo in the top lane as well as AD carry. You don't really see him in mid lane that much. According to his stats, I saw a lot more games in top lane than in mid lane. Now, right now, at this moment, he can't really trade Bard and Jhin. This is very understandable. Maokai doesn't really do it that much in the early few levels unless they get a really nice gank off. There's currently like a massive fight in the river, but Yasuo is unable to move because he would otherwise like miss all the farm, which is pretty bad. He takes the charge, looks out to see if he can get the third Q off, but is unable to do anything. They can just walk from the Bard portal. So currently the wave is being pushed towards Jhin and Bard. This is not looking that great. Let's see what he does in this case. Whenever the wave is being pushed in towards your opponent, it does give you a lot more kill potential, but this also means that they can set up something for their jungler, allowing them to push you into a bad position. You don't want that. He doesn't have a lot of vision on the map currently, but he does have to have the wave bounce back into him. It's not looking good. He tries to reset the lane by hard pushing it back into the turret. If he succeeds with this, he could backboard and buy an item. There's also vision on the Rek'Sai right now. He knows exactly where the jungler is currently at. This is good for him. Currently, though, there are a lot of there's like all the creeps of the enemy opponents being like stacked up together, so he couldn't really go for the trade. Bard and Jhin is a very aggressive team comp early. like a bot lane comp. He can't really go back to base either to get his HP back. He just has to wait right now. I'm really interested though, seeing like how he's going to carry anything beyond level 6. I'm pretty sure once Yasuo reaches level 6 in this matchup together with Maokai, this should become a very free win. Maokai can easily engage onto a Bard and the Jhin, and Yasuo can follow up quite easily depending on how the wave is being positioned, so... It is just that the pre-6 of this matchup can be pretty bad. He tries to go for a trade with that Jhin, but is unable to get any damage from this. Bard looking out to get that damage off on Yasuo as well, but is not able to do anything. Yasuo and Maokai are playing this pretty well. They're standing from really far away, so Bard and Jhin are unable to get any damage off, allowing them to farm safely in the pre-6. Yasuo is about to reach level 5 very soon. Also, Lily is coming bot side, and they're trying to set it up for them. This is a good moment. Yasuo can dash in right now and probably take that Jhin. He flashed away. This gives Yasuo the space to actually reset this lane right now. Now he can push this in freely, and then he can backport and get his first item. Now, in terms of the builds, this man likes to go for Shield Bow as the main item. He also likes to go for Berserker's Grease for the attack speed. It's pretty much what most Yasuo players do. He always takes a Infinity Edge as a second item. And usually after that, depending on how hard he's going to snowball, he will either go for more damage or go for a Guardian's Angel. He can push this one for free right now and then reset quite easily. Vladimir is unable to do anything. This is looking great for him because the pre-6 is now done. He successfully managed to farm safely in the pre-6, not making any mistakes at all, not missing any farm at all either. And now he got that level 6. Now he can actually start playing super aggressive into this Jhin and Bard right now. It should be super easy to win. He's got the exhaust for when the fight goes on. All they have to do now is get a few more creeps and then they will turn level 6. He's also already got the Berserker's Grease, which gives him more movement speed for chasing Jhin as well, which makes a pretty big difference. He places down a ward around the dragon. Looks in to see if he can take a fight with these guys. Blocks away the Bard Q. He's probably going to get a catch right here. He does have the flash, but he doesn't take the risk. You see, guys, one important thing about Yasuo is that you have to be consistent. The biggest mistakes about Yasuo players is that they tend to like die on accident too much. They tend to make too overly aggressive plays. But this man plays very, very consistent. He doesn't make that many mistakes. He plays it very clean in the early game, scales up, and then completely destroys everybody. Of course, depending on the matchup. He can push up this wave right now. Rexa has also taken the dragon, and Lilia is there for the vision. Before he goes to the dragon, he takes two Qs so he can get the charge. Very important. All they have to do now is build up the creep wave and then look for a fight right now. They are definitely stronger than Bard and Jhin. He's looking out to see if he can hit the third Q. Maokai is very low though. Lilia is definitely bot lane. Like, she could walk in, try and gank. Still very risky. She went back instead. This is exactly where things are going to take a change. Like I've mentioned earlier, the early game is definitely the hardest part of the Yasuo Maokai versus Jhin Bard matchup. He doesn't take any risks fall during the early game, but as soon as they make it beyond level 6 where they get their power spike, that's where they take a turn. Especially now when he got the Berserker's Greaves, he has the extra movement speed, he can chase quite easily, he can also run quite easily. Jhin doesn't have his boots being completed yet when he was fighting, and he took that to his advantage as well. Now he's got multiple platings, allowing them to be very far ahead. Building towards the shield bow right now. He's extremely far ahead right now. All they have to do is once again setting up the wave into a perfect spot and then going straight into another fight. They just have to set up the wave. He's not missing the upcoming wave either. He came in time as well for this. Ooh, he missed that CS right there. I really like the Yasuo Maokai combo, because Maokai can also set up vision. Look exactly like, look at the way how he's trying to set up the wave to ensure it's going to get pushed directly into him. Unfortunately though, he does have to start pushing in this wave right now because there's a massive fight in mid lane. But if that fight did not exist, he would have frozen the wave, set up the wave for a gank, or free just to set it up for a fight and then immediately get a kill afterwards. He's trying to use his lead to his advantage right now. Getting another plating. The entire wave's going to be lost for the enemy opponent. Immediately throwing in vision so that whenever they pass, they will not have a chance. He's not directly dashing into Jhin Bard because it's very risky. Once again, consistency is key. Probably is going to take another kill right here. Turret goes down as well. He's unable to run. This one is definitely free for Yasuo. Even if Malko gets the kill, that's fine too. Wow. I'm actually... Wow, that Jhin is keeping up. To be honest, I'm very surprised how that Jhin is keeping up. Unfortunately though, the kill is not going for Yasuo, but they definitely got another kill again. Thanks to the way how Yasuo set it up earlier. Now he's going to buy the shield bow. Probably. Yes, he's got the shield bow. 30 minutes in the game. He's got the shield bow right now. Also starting to put points into his E now, so he can dash more freely. His exhaust is coming back in a couple seconds right now. Next dragon is spawning very soon. Just needs to take a little while. Would be the best if they start going mid lane right now, forcing the wave into the turret and then eventually like setting up everything for the dragon. He's looking to see if he can get some vision in the jungle, which is important for when the dragon spawns. Shen is topside with the ultimate coming soon. So it's looking great. Dragon spawns within less than 20. He can just continue to like farm out the bot lane as well as mid lane until the dragon spawns. Vladimir is currently topside, does not even have teleport, so Vladimir is unable to help when the dragon spawns, leaving them in a perfect position. Tries to go for another fight, directly diving a Jhin when Bard is like standing right next to him. Completely like Jhin in half life right now. This is great. It allows to get the dragon even easier. Tries to take another camp. He's constantly like applying pressure in the whole game right now. Constantly trying to get kills, setting up the waves, trying to steal like jungle camps as well. He doesn't really give the enemy team like a chance to breathe in this game. Ooh, it's not looking that great for him. He does get a perfect third Q off. Ooh, he does miss it. However, that Rek'Sai had a good he had a great jump on Yasuo, but Yasuo outplayed this guy completely by throwing the tornado to the other opponents. Lilia can now get the dragon for free, and Yasuo can continue to push this wave up, getting the entire wave here as well, probably including the turret. After he gets the turret, he can go back to base and even get the BF sword, including a pickaxe probably. We'll see. That's interesting. He does throw a ward in the lane before he goes back. And I wonder why he would do that for. So he just got the BF sword right now. Does not have enough gold to purchase the next item yet. Now they can just go to mid lane. They can push the entire mid lane right now. The Herald is spawning within a minute right now, which is going to be their next objective. Shen is already pathing towards a bot lane as well right now. His R is still down though. He also can now freely farm on everything. He can farm mid lane as well as every single jungle camp out there. As long as Maokai is nearby and he kind of knows where everybody's at, he's not at risk at all. As long as like constant pressure has been applied in mid lane, it allows them to open up the map, being able to like split top lane, bot lane, and farm out the jungle camps, which is exactly what you're seeing here. Just constantly pushing in the wave again and again and taking everything on the map. Using it to their advantage. Lily has now taken the Herald. And he also is pathing towards bot lane, so he could take the next camp right there. Maybe even force like a fight. Instead of going for the camp, taking down a Rek'Sai, including these guys as well. Once again, a perfect play. Just perfect pathing for Yasuo right here. Doesn't even need to have the hero, just forcing down bot lane and getting the turret. So far, not a single mistake has been made by Yasuo yet. It's been clean. Everything he's done, all the movements he did, everything has been clean. Takes down the inhibitor. Lilia has taken down the mid lane turret as well, including the Herald, which is about to destroy the entire base. So once again, usually what he builds is a shield bow into an infinity edge. Depending on how the game looks like, he will go for a Guardian's Angel as a third item. But you can also go for a Bloodthirst as the third item. All they have to do now is force the turrets, force like the upcoming fight. This is definitely a win by Yasuo's team right here. Perfectly played by Yasuo, including the entire team as well. Guys, hopefully you guys have learned something here today. Thank you for being on today's YouTube video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.